I think we are live.
Will
रुक जा एक second. Okay, we can start.
use register for this, right?
तेरी आवाज बिल्कुल नहीं आ रही है स्ट्रीम में, एक सेकंड. इसका क्या इशू होता है यार वीडियो निंजा का हर बार. बोल एक बार अब. क्या इशू होता है यार वीडियो निंजा का हर बार. बोल एक बार अब. नहीं आ रही. The fuck. हेलो. हाँ बोल.
Hello.
आ तो रही है अब. तूने दूसरी बार तो हेलो नहीं बोला था ना अभी मेरे सामने.
Hello. Hello.
हाँ हाँ, तेरे को मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
आ रही है.
ओके. हाँ अब आ रही होगी शायद स्ट्रीम पे. होपफुली. अब नहीं आ रही हो तो पता नहीं. मेरे को सुनाई तो दिया था हेलो. अब तूने उसके बाद तो नहीं बोला था ना हेलो. अब पता नहीं. चलो ठीक है. या व्हाट शुड वी गेट स्टार्टेड विथ.
Let's focus on the GitHub repo with the Learn OpenUSD. That would be a good
ओके.
starting point.
Let's do one thing. I'll just give like a brief overview and then we'll start off with a quiz and then we'll go to the Git.
Mhm.
So OpenUSD, what is OpenUSD? OpenUSD is basically over here. It's basically an open source framework developed by Pixar for describing, composing, blah 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 3D scenes. It was originally created for Pixar's animation pipeline, the studios behind a lot of good movies like Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and, The Incredibles 1, 2, and all of them. So basically, they created this framework to make those animated movies, and it has basically evolved into a standard across all the industries to develop digital twins for robots to simulate their training in. And the core purpose, as they talk about over here, is to basically manage the 3D scenes in a collaborative environment so that we could use them across a lot of other NVIDIA's tech stacks to maybe manipulate them, edit them, change them, and perform certain different operations over them so that they are manipulated according to our robots requirements so that they can synthetically train into those digital twins and perform those tasks better in the real life. So that is a little bit about OpenUSD. There's a certification that you can get from NVIDIA. It's called OpenUSD Development. We just attended a very good webinar today by the NVIDIA people, and they were kind enough to give us a 50% off for this OpenUSD development. The link is in the description if you want to check out the 50% discount. What do you say? Coupon code? No, I don't know
Yeah, yeah, it's a coupon code or something. Promo code.
promo
Pro,
code.
pro,
Promo code. Yeah. This is typically $200, 120 minutes, 60 to 70 questions, but you can get it for $100 if you register before May 7th, and you can basically do that exam for or schedule that exam in the next couple of months. And yeah, so what we are trying to do over here is just go through the study material that NVIDIA has provided to do this certification, and just and Aditya has created a very decent repo over here that has fetched everything from those documentations and serialized it into like code, Jupyter notebooks and stuff like that, so that you can run through these and go step by step to understanding all the minute details in OpenUSD, stuff like prims, stages, what's a hierarchy, what are relationship mapping, what are composition arcs and stuff like that. So yeah, and then what we want to do today is um, let me okay. So this is the first module. You can get this. You can go to these websites and get these. Let me see where that OpenUSD development, setting the stage. So these are the modules. Um, Setting the stage, scene description, blueprints, composition basics, beyond the basics, create all this stuff. These are the 8 separate modules that you need to complete before you would want to register for the exam. So what we are trying to do is I just copied the link for this first module and put it into our notebook LM. And so we did do first set of quiz before starting the stream, but we are not fully confident that we completed the first module. So what we are going to do is complete some more topics, like ask Notebook LM to generate some more quizzes, complete those quizzes, and then move to the Git for Learn OpenUSD that Aditya created and go through that code and maybe try to create a small project based on the learnings we did on this first module. Do you have anything to add on?
No, I think, Shaurya, you have pretty much summed up everything that we are gonna do today, and what's our goal for
Cool.
today is. So let's get started with the quiz.
Yeah. So I'm gonna click on composition arcs since it's one of the major topics in the first module. I'm gonna just generate a quiz. Number of questions, we can select more and we'll do hard because the questions were very straightforward in the first quiz, and I think the hard is the way to go right now.
Yeah.
Or we can also do flashcards and stuff like that, fun stuff, so that we can,
Mm-hmm.
learn more quickly. And we can also generate mind map for us to come back once. So this is the OpenUSD architecture for the first module that we saw. So setting the stage, we get stage, prims, properties. What are properties? Properties have attributes and relationships.
Tips, yes.
Time code and time samples is the thing that we saw, that time codes are what was time codes? It stores the
So
state
basically,
of the object on that time.
no. So let's say you have a timeline that what we call as time codes, and on that timeline, if you have a sample memory or a sample timestamp, that will be called as a time sample. That's how I will explain time codes and samples in a simple manner.
Cool. And then there are prim and property paths, OpenUSD file formats, OpenUSD modules, metadata. Then comes the scene description blueprint. which has schemas, scope, Xform, common API, lights. I think this is all we know right now. Let's see what the quiz looks like. So this is the new quiz. Okay. So we have 26 questions now. We'll go
Mhm.
through them. So the first question says, in the context of levers strength ordering, which component is considered the strongest and takes precedence over all their composition arcs? I think references, because references is going to be the first point of, over which all the other components are gonna get created. So
Okay.
local opinions, variance sets,
I think
inherits.
local opinions is not gonna be is already eliminated, and maybe inherits. Okay, let me go there. In the context of the lever strength ordering, which component is considered the strongest? Hmm. Yeah, I think references would be correct. Would be a correct answer to go with.
Ooh, not quite. Local opinions.
Opinions, holy shit.
References are considered a weaker arc compared to local overrides and variant selections. Okay, local opinions. Local opinions in the current layer stack are evaluated first. Okay, local opinions are the first, and so local opinions are the strongest and takes precedence over all composition arcs. Evaluated first and override all opinions coming from external arcs or inheritance. Makes sense. Got it. So what is variance as? Variance selection are powerful, but it sits below local and inherit opinions in the resolution order. While high in hierarchy, these are overridden by local opinions and of the prim itself. Okay, got it. Next question. We did set it too hard this time, so I think it's gonna be harder.
And we haven't read anything about
Yeah, we
composition
haven't
arc.
read anything, so this is like the first,
Mhm.
iteration. Which composition arc is specifically designed to allow for deferred loading, enabling users to keep heavy geometry out of memory until explicitly requested? Which composition arc is specifically designed to allow deferred loading? Deferred loading.
I think I would say payloads, which are or maybe I think probably sublayers. Sublayers should be the answer. Sublayers.
So it's not references for sure. Um, specializes does not make sense. Payloads is pretty straightforward, so I don't think it is
But
payloads.
it could be an answer, but I'm not sure because one
We
of
can
the
also
things.
get a hint. We can also get a hint.
Yeah, let's focus on that. Consider the
Consider the
arc.
arc that handles data packages that can be toggled to save memory. Yeah, it's payloads, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be payload then.
Yep.
Oh, that hint was a clutch.
Okay. Payloads function similarly to references but are uniquely designed to be loaded or unloaded to manage the system resources. References, unlike payloads, references are loaded by default when a stage. Okay, so references are loaded by default. Sublayers are part of the layer stack and are always processed to form the local view of the stage. Got it. Specializes. This arc is used for refining prims rather than managing the loading state of external assets. Okay. Let me see. Oh, we got one concurrent viewer. Hello. Do say hi in the chat if you're watching. Are you watching the stream? Or is it
No, dude, I'm not watching it.
okay? There is one person watching, so it's nice.
Maybe it's one and only.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. And then specializes this art is used for refining prims rather than managing the loading state of external assets. All right. I think we can. Okay. Next question. When working with sublayers in layer stack, which layers opinions are considered the strongest? When working with sublayers in layer stack, which layers opinions are considered the strongest? The layer at the bottom sublayer list, layer in the most recent timestamp, the root layer containing the stage, the layer at the top of the I think timestamp, right? The most recent timestamp.
Hmm. Or maybe see the root layer containing the stage. Okay, when working with sub layers in a layer stack, which layer opinions are considered
I
the
think
strongest?
opinion over here means what action should be taken next. And that action would depend on what the state of the stage or the artifacts are right now and how you store it is by using timestamps. That's what I think, but I can be wrong as well.
Okay, yeah. So what does
Hint.
the hint, what does the hint say?
It says think about how a stack of physical papers work where the one on top obscures those below. I think timestamp. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Ooh, no.
Layer at the top of the
Oh,
sub
I
layer.
didn't see the fucking fourth option. Okay. Or we can also ask it to explain. I didn't see this button earlier.
Hmm.
Nice. This is amazing.
Crazy AI.
USD evaluates sublayers from top to bottom, where the topmost layer has the strongest opinion. Hmm. Is the entry point. Root layer is the entry point. The order within its sublayer list determines internal priority. Priority is determined by the explicit order in the layer stack, not by the file's modification data. Okay. Bro, do you know what university did Elon go to?
I think it's Stanford and
Hat.
Princeton. And Princeton both.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah. Is it Florida State? Oh my
Fuck
god.
no. Fuck no.
Oh my god. We
No
are
shade
the
to Florida State. I'm repping it. FSU baby. Go Knowles. He went to UPenn, brother. And Morton.
Oh, but he also went to I think Stanford or not.
No, that was Sam Altman. What I'm trying to say is Florida State can do it. If UPenn can do it.
For sure. For sure, brother, we can do it.
All right. Hmm. The provided source only contains an outline introductory overview of the course, noting that the composition arcs and strength ordering are covered in the section like sublayers and live up strength ordering. Oh, okay. So, excuse me. Let's play this for everyone.
Welcome to this lesson where we'll dive into OpenUSD stages, a core
Oh,
element
there
of
was a video, bro.
OpenUSD
I didn't see a video
architecture.
initially.
Grasping the concept of
Mm.
OpenUSD stages enables collaboration across various applications and datasets by allowing you to aggregate your data in one place. At its core, an OpenUSD stage presents the scene graph, which dictates what is in your scene. It is the hierarchy of objects, called prims. These prims can be anything from geometry to materials to lights or other organizational elements. This scene is commonly stored
Which
in
video? This there was this video, dude.
which is why we refer to it
We
as
just
a
saw
scene
the
graph.
diagram, bro. We didn't see the video.
With a USD scene
Oh,
graph, think of it as a scene,
maybe,
a shot, or a scenario
maybe.
you may open up in digital content creation tools.
Mhm.
A stage could be made up entirely with just one USD file, like a robot, or it could be a USD file that includes many more USD files, like a factory with many robots. A stage is the composed result of the file or files that may contribute to a scene graph. Composition is the result of the algorithm for how all of the USD files, or layers in USD terms, as USD content need not be file backed, should be assembled and combined. We'll look at composition more closely later on. In this example, we have a stage which contains USD assets in the scene graph, like car.usd, environment.usd, lighting.usd, and cameras.usd. This organization is useful for aggregating data
Oh.
for
Oh, wait,
architectural
wait,
workflows.
wait, 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 wait.
The composed result, like
What
could be
happened?
made up entirely with just one USD file, like a robot, or it could be a USD file that includes many more USD files, like a
Mm-hmm.
factory with many robots.
Okay.
A stage is the composed result of the file or files that may contribute to a scene graph. Composition is the result of the
Do you know how we will run the USD composer?
I think we need to use OVRTX for that, right?
To run the OpenUSD composer.
Yeah.
Okay.
algorithm.
Like, but we also need maybe GPU to render it.
Yeah, yeah, that I know. But I'm just asking what's the software on which it runs?
Houdini?
What's the software it runs on?
Houdini, I think. I guess Houdini.
Oh, Houdini.
USD
Yeah,
files,
Houdini.
or layers in
Like it
USD
renders
terms,
on
as
Houdini.
USD content need not be file backed,
Mm.
should be assembled and combined. We'll look at composition more closely later on. In this example, we have a stage which contains USD assets in the scene graph, like car.usd, environment.usd, lighting.usd, and cameras.usd. This organization is useful for aggregating data for architectural workflows, factory planning and manufacturing, visual effects in filmmaking, anywhere where multiple assets need to be combined and integrated seamlessly. Each one of these USD assets can also be opened independently of the current stage. In this case, if we open the car.usd, that car.usd would have its own stage that would be composed of simulation.usd and geometry.usd.
Oh.
Understanding how to work with OpenUSD stages offers numerous working with modular scene elements and enable the modification of individual elements
What happened here?
without altering the original file.
I'm just
This
amazed.
concept, non
With
destructive editing. Another
Non-destructive
advantage
editing.
is scalability.
uh,
Stages help us manage large data sets efficiently, for example, through payloads, which we'll learn more about when we dive deeper into composition. Creating a USD stage is the first step to generating a new USD scene graph. In Python, we can work with stages using the following interfaces. This first snippet creates a new empty USD stage where 3D scenes are assembled. Once a stage is created, we can use USD stage open to open a file as a stage or USD stage save to save all layers in a USD stage. In summary, an open USD stage is the key to managing and interacting with 3D scenes using USD. The stage enables non-destructive editing, layering, and referencing, making it ideal for complex projects involving multiple collaborators. Leveraging OpenUSD stages properly can significantly enhance the efficiency and quality of 3D content production. Thanks for watching. Check out the following resources and we'll see you in the next.
Cool. Composition is the result of the algorithm for how all USD files or layers in the USD parlance as USD content need not be file backed. You should be assembled and combined. We'll look at composition more closely later on. In this example, we have, yes, we already did this modularity, we know, working with Python examples. You can run these examples, Oh, bro, they've already given us the Jupyter notebooks.
where now? I think but it was not on Learn You Open USD. They might have copied mine. Shit.
Brother, your cloud code might have fetched it from here,
No, bro.
motherfucker.
Own. I wrote it by my own, with my own fingers.
Yeah, right.
My own fingers. To guide AI.
And then you're wondering why they're not accepting your pull request. Because motherfucker, there's already a learn OpenUSD get over here with the same notebook we created.
Oh, you
Oh no.
never know.
LFS. Okay, new Vicon. Okay, we can come back to that. Let's do the next question.
Mhm.
Okay, next question.
According to Leverp's acronym, which of the following represents the correct sequence of evaluation from strongest to weakest? Local,
B.
sublayers, my god. Expressions, local, inherit, variation sets, expressions, expresses, payload, specialize. Go up, represent the correct sequence, evaluation of strongest. Okay, strongest is the local one. And then inherits, and then variant sets, and then expressions,
Well,
and
the
then
answer
represent.
was in the question. Liverps, LIVERPS. Local
God,
inherent variant sets, expressions, references, payloads, and specializes. Uh,
that was a 160 IQ. My God.
GRE. This is all GRE skills. IITN.
IITL.
Okay, which of the following represent? We did this. That's so local inherits variants, expressions, references, and payloads, and then specializes.
They were local. Inherits, variance,
Variant sets.
sets, expressions, references, payloads, and specializes. Like all.
Come on. What is the primary difference between inherits and specializes composition arcs? Inherits is only for internal prims, specializes only for external files. Inherit create copy of the data while specializes creates live link,
I think A would be, but B could also be.
and a
This
little
what?
bit of C and D also.
No, no, they could not be C and D. I'm much more confident on A and B. What is the primary difference?
Specializes is evaluated before variant sets, while inherits evaluated after. Specializes the weakest arc and is used for refinement without overriding stronger opinions. I think it's D, bro.
Specialized is the weakest arc. No, but it is asking for what is the primary difference between inherit and specialize
I think it's D.
without. Oh,
Yes,
I see.
because both arcs can be used for local and external prem relationships. The difference lies in strength priority. Both arcs can be used for local or external prem relationships. So this LIVERPS is basically composition arc. Like they are all composition arcs.
Yes, like
And
I think.
then both
Wait. Yeah, I have. It might be in my chat. Comment. Where is it? What are composition arc? So these are the tricks, as you would say, tricks such as sublayers, references, payloads, variants, inheritance, specializes. These are the tricks of the city indirectly.
hmm
Composition arcs are called arcs because in USDT's prime index, they act like directional edges connecting possible sources of opinions into an ordered graph. Their precedence follows USD's levers. So I think they have a set like preset precedence that they have to follow, and that is what we call levers. That is uh, L stands for what, bro? I forgot.
local
Local. I remember variants, references, payload, specialized. I for
expressions inherits.
oh, inherits. Okay, I for inherits. LIV. Okay, it doesn't have E. Okay, expressions. Hmm.
Wait. Oh my god, it's 11:49 already.
It's 11:49 already. But dude, we learned a lot. Like at least we learned a lot about like the precedence
Yeah, this
about
approach is really nice, like the quiz one.
about like they have a set number of precedents set for something. Like their opinions specifically. and they and
Bro,
basically
your voice is
composition.
getting cut a lot. I don't know. Can you switch your mic, like
Bro,
reconnect
I'm
your
already
mic?
on MacBook Pro. I'm already on my MacBook Pro mic.
No, like just reconnect your mic. Don't change it.
Like, how do I reconnect? Wait.
Go to Video Ninja and just hit reconnect mic.
Okay, does it sound better?
I think, yeah.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Next. In the reference payload pattern, why would a developer choose to use a payload instead of a standard reference? Because payloads are stronger now to provide hook or pipeline load geometry when needed, or no? I think it's B.
To
To provide
provide
a
hook.
hook for pipeline tools to load geometry only when needed. Only when needed being the keywords for
Yeah,
rendering.
yeah, yes,
I
yes,
think we
yes.
did a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. B.
Okay. What occurs if a USD file being referenced does not have a default prem specified in its metadata? The reference will successfully load the entire stage as single XFORM. The USD file will be converted to sublayer automatically. The reference layer will fail unless a specific prem path is provided in the reference arc. The stage will automatically reference the first prem found in the file hierarchy. I think D, right?
Yeah, D. 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 It should do that. I think. Yeah.
Think about what a reference needs to point to when. Hmm.
I think D would be correct. Or is it C?
No, it's C. It's not quite D.
Hmm.
The reference will fail unless a specific prem path is provided in reference arc. Without a default, prem does not know which prem to grab from the target file unless explicitly told via a. Oh, a reference will fail unless a specific prem path. So it will fail. It will not set to a default
Mhm.
in the reference arc. So is how where are the arcs defined in that? In what file are the arcs defined? In USDA
Yeah,
file as well?
yeah, yeah. In the USD file, the arcs are defined.
Hmm. Okay. In the USD file will be converted our distinct composition operation not automatically. Oh, this is important. Sublayering and referencing are distinct composition operations and do not automatically switch.
A distinct composition operations. Hmm.
Reference target specific prims. You cannot reference a whole stage without a root prim target. Okay. Which model kind is typically used for complex asset that aggregates multiple components such as fully dressed room assembly, right?
Which model kind is typically used for complex asset that aggregates multiple components, such as fully dressed room?
Model hierarchy section.
I think it's gonna be group, not assembly. But no, assembly or group, dude. I have read this already. I think assembly group. I think it's gonna be group.
Oh, so it's getting questions from everywhere. All right.
Look for the term used for high-level aggregation in the model hierarchy section. It's gonna be group. It's gonna be group for sure. Oh,
Yeah, I told you, bro, it was assembly.
Assembly are the group models that represents aggregated collection of the components or other assemblies. I see. While assembly is a type of group is more generic classification often used for internal organization. Okay.
Okay. Mm, read it.
How does seeing graph in instancing improve performance compared to standard referencing? By flattening all geometry in a single into a single mesh at runtime by sharing scene graph definition for multiple frames. Show me the hint.
Mm, how does scene graph instancing improve performance compared to standard referencing? How does scene graph instancing? Let's think about what a scene graph instancing would be.
I would
Like,
just show a hint. I think A could be an answer because I have read it somewhere. But but we can take a look at the hint and solidify by sharing a single scene graph definition for multiple frames, reducing the total frame count on the stage. Or B, by sharing a scene graph definition. Okay, what we are talking about performance compared to standard referencing.
hmm
If you want to improve the performance, I think the only way we can do would be flattening all the geometry into a single mesh runtime.
by flattening all geometry into single. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We just saw that, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay. So basically, that's one of the key features of OpenUSD, right? That we can, I think, okay, let me see at other options as well. Uh, by sharing a single scene graph definition for multiple prims, reducing the total prim count on the stage. That doesn't sound right. By disabling all variant sets on the referenced prims by automatically converting all references into sublayers. Automatically converting all the references into sublayers. I think, let's see the hint. I think it's A. Focus on the relationship between the prim count and memory usage. Payloads. Prim count and memory usage. All variant sets on referenced prims.
Well,
Automatically
if
converting all references to sublayer.
memory usage, then it will be B then, because then flattening all geometry into a single mesh at runtime is not about memory usage. It's gonna be more about like compilation, right?
Right.
But I could be wrong. So okay, B. Should we go with B or C? Chat, if someone is watching, please.
Please put your answers.
B or A.
There are 3 people watching right now, and there were 5 people watching before this. We are gaining viewers every day.
Oh my God.
Bro, put it in the chat if you're watching. Come on.
Okay. So let's go with B. Ah, I told you, bro. Go with B. See, because it could have been the runtime one, was in the hint it said that okay they are focusing on reducing the memory and reducing the number of count of the frames, right? And the only option that resonated with that was by sharing a single scene graph definition for multiple prims and reducing the total prim count on the stage. And it also says that instancing allows many prims to point to shared prototype, significantly reducing memory overhead.
Oh, instancing allows many prims to point to shared prototype. Mm-hmm. Got it. What happened?
Nothing. Facebook Marketplace, the search for chair.
No, something beeped, right?
Yeah, that was Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
Somebody messaged.
that was your beep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Next question. In the asset interface principle, what is the primary goal of encapsulating your asset? To ensure the asset is always loaded as a payload, to prevent other users from editing the file, to increase the number of layers of the stack in the stack for better granularity, to hide internal complexity and expose only the necessary controls to the parent stage.
D, D. My answer would be D based on the encapsulation principle. That would be my answer. But it could be B as well if we go with more lenient
I
on
think
a
it's
route
C, bro.
to increase the number of layer for better granularity. Okay, think about benefit of black box in programming. I think it would be D to hide internal complexity and only expose necessary control to the parent stage.
To hide internal complexity and expose only the necessary controls to the parent stage. I think it's C, bro.
Okay.
Oh, it was D.
Told you, bro. Told you. It was right over there. GRE. It was right over there, dude. It's talking about encapsulation. So one of the basic principle of encapsulation is to hide internal complexity. It says right over
Bro,
there.
your mic is fucked. I don't know. Your voice is breaking a lot.
Bro, you have shitty. Shitty. This video is shitty as fuck. What can we do? Mm.
Mm-hmm. We had 5 viewers at peak. That is the new record for this channel.
Oh my god. Crazy.
37 unique views. 37. Oh my god. Nice. Nice. All right. Next question. Morphos. Next question, morphogers. Which of the following describe variant set in OpenUSD? Hmm. Bro, I think instead of blind doing this blindly, we should do one of the exercises over here in the get now.
That was the thing I was telling you from the starting, but you were like, no, we should do
Bro, I
quiz.
thought it's gonna give us the like module by module quiz, but it just created like a very hard quiz by going deeper into the modules. But it was good only. Like we learned a lot.
Then complete the fucking quiz.
All right, all right. Pitch. You wanna complete it? Let's complete it.
Okay.
Which of the following describes variant set in OpenUSD? A list of sublayers currently active in the stage, method of animating properties over time using samples, variant set, a specific file format used for storing high resolution textures, a way to define multiple alternative versions of prim composition that can be switched dynamically. Yeah, what are your answers, brother?
It was like,
Variant. I think it's D.
yeah.
What?
Yes, yes, D.
Yeah. Define multiple. That was the keyword.
Yep.
Way to
And
define multiple alternative versions of
well, So versions resonates with variant.
Define multiple alternative versions of prim's composition that can be switched dynamically. Variant set. Variant sets allows for things like different material geometry configuration to exist within the same prim. I would want to see how that happens in the Git. Uh, hmm. Can you read this?
Yeah.
Read it.
I don't know. We were trying to complete the quiz, right?
Bro, we are just trying to see what this variant set does once, and then we'll go back. I'm just trying to,
Part of our
you know,
plan was to complete the fucking quiz.
bruh,
That was the plan, right? We first complete the quiz.
do it, do it.
If a has both an inherit arc and a reference arc, which one will take precedence if both attempt to set the same attribute? So it's gonna be I. It's gonna be I.
Arcs, inherit arcs will be stronger. Yes.
Okay.
Easy question. Inherits and references arc, which one will take precedence if both attempt to set the same attribute value?
What
What is
is
the
the
purpose
purpose?
of over specifier in USD? Over to define override that contributes opinions to a prim without creating its definition. Delete prim hierarchy. Mark prim as the strongest in the entire stage. Indicate that prim is placeholder for reference. What happens when you want to change the value without redefining the whole object? Define over. Yeah, A.
Hey, okay.
That's right. Hint was too easy.
Mm-hmm.
When using point instancing, which attribute is primarily responsible for determining which prototype geometry is placed at each point? When using point instancing, determining which prototype geometry is placed at each.
I will say A. I think proto indices.
Mm,
Proto indices. What are the hints?
think about the array that links a point to prototype. Pointer.
I would say proto indices array to links point to prototype. So proto indices maybe.
Display color. This B cannot be right.
Yeah, it should not be. Positions can be, but I am doubt.
Positions. Yeah, yeah. Even I'm thinking position.
But I think A would be a better answer.
Which,
A, proto indices.
brother, I think it's positions, but okay.
Indices.
Oh,
Because I have read that learn OpenUSD.
a bitch.
Next.
Learn OpenUSD. They didn't accept your PR, right?
PR, PR. That's why my PR is showing.
They were like, who the fuck is this motherfucker trying to send us our own fucking IPYNB notebooks?
Okay, if they were smart enough, why why were not they able to put that thing already over there in the
Bro,
document?
because it already exists.
Not
Look
only
at this
because
link. How
no,
to
it was
run.
so earlier, right? They copied it. Okay, I was the creator, right? These big techs do these kind of things all the time. That's how startups are bought out. That's how startups are bought out. They will steal your IPYNV notebook and then make a ton of money with that, and won't even give you a fucking small. Won't even accept your PR.
Cool. Let's go to the next question. But let me once again, prod indices, array maps, each point in the instancer to an index in the prototype's relationship list. To an index in the prototype relationship list. Which USD module is responsible for the imaging pipeline and translating USD data for various renders? Hydra. Oh no. Imaging pipeline and translating USD data for various renders. I think Hydra, right?
No, no, no. It should not be Hydra. It could be Hydra, but USD jump, PCB, SDF. I think it's SDF. I think it's gonna be. I could be
Screen
wrong, but it could be SDF.
screen description files. No, what is
Yeah,
SDF?
I don't know, but it could be SDF. I'm not sure about Hydra.
It could be SDF, you're right, but let's see. Imaging or rendering bridge in TOC. Table of content. It was Hydra, brother.
Hydra is the imaging framework that act as a bridge between the
I
USD.
fucking told you.
Dude, I said I could be wrong, right? I was defensive on the first.
If Hydra would have been the wrong answer, you would have been like, "Oh, see, I told you, SDF, I told you."
Yeah, dude. For sure. For sure. Life is unfair.
Okay. So Hydra is the imaging framework that acts as the bridge between USD stage and render engines. USD stage and render engine. USD module is responsible for imaging pipeline. Hydra. Hail Hydra. In the context of time codes and time samples, what happens when a value is requested at a time between two authored samples? University performs linear interpolation between the two nearest samples by
What
default.
when a value is requested at a time and two others? I don't know about this. It could be it could be it could be anything.
In the context of time codes and time samples, what happens when a value is requested at a time between two authored samples? Interpolation between the two nearest samples, that could be one. Yeah, it could be possible. Interpolation between two nearest samples. Value of the default attribute is used instead. That could be true as well. No, but default attribute will not be used. System returns the value of the earlier sample stepped animation. That could be one. A and C. The stage throws an error because the value is undefined at that specific time. That could be also. Think about how software usually handle animation frames between key 1 and 2. I think it is either A or C. I think it's C. What do you think?
I'm thinking of A.
I think it's C. Oh my god.
Again, again. I told you.
Defensive, huh? Defense. I could be wrong, but A.
Hmm.
Okay. ठीक है. Oh, USD performs interpolation. I thought in terms of like an animation thing, like when there are like two frames. So if there's like a frame one and frame two, and frame
Hmm.
one has been like has a timestamp of 0 to 5 seconds, and then frame two has 6 to 10 seconds or 7 to 10 seconds. Then on the sixth second, it would still pick the previous frame, like frame one. So that's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
But apparently in USD, it
Not quite
performs,
correct. Not quite correct.
yeah, it performs linear interpolation between two nearest samples by default. Okay. Mm. Oh, this though you should answer, bro.
Which file format is the best choice for large, heavy data due to its optimized performance?
Optimize, create based
USD
by.
USDZ.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, fuck. Wait. Oh, yes, bro. I thought, fuck, man.
Oh yes, no defense this
Oh
time.
my god, no defense. This time it was on me. No defense. Literally, I thought it was gonna be Z because with Z comes zip. Oh, I got zipped. My god. It was zipped.
Oh my god, all three of our viewers left at the same time for some reason.
Yeah, like fuck you guys. Fuck you, bitch.
Mm. But we have very healthy viewers this time.
Hmm.
Got my mind on my body and my body on your mind. Bro, I'll take
Hmm.
a quick break. I want to drink water and keep this.
Okay.
Uh, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. Next.
Which file format is the best choice for large, heavy geometry data due to its optimized crate-based binary structure? It was USDC. C stands for the crate and is binary format is optimized for fast random access and large data sets. Come on. How does the specializes arc behave during refinement differently than inherit? Specializes arc behave during refinement differently than inherits.
I don't know about this.
What?
I don't know about this. No options.
How does the specializes arc behave during refinement differently? It converts the base prim into class prim automatically. It ensures that specialized prim stays weak enough to let the base prim options be overridden by specialized prim on local opinions. Hint. Consider the hierarchical placement S at the very end of the verbs.
I think D. Oh wait, it prevents variance at birth. No, it
No,
was
bro,
D.
I think it's C.
Yes, C then. Oh my god.
Yep, because it ensures the specialized prim stays weak enough to let the base prim opinions be overridden
Mhm.
by specialized prim's own local opinions. Specialized creates a relationship where the specialization can refine the base without being completely dominated by it. Without the base being dominated by it in the Levert order. Cool. It ensures that the okay. In the principle of asset structure, what is an asset interface primarily designed to do? Come on, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Get your
I'm,
bitch
I'm
ass.
I'm looking at the options. I think
Nobody in the chat.
I
Come
think
on.
C would be my
Okay.
answer.
Your answer is C. In the principles of asset structure, what is an asset interface primarily designed to do? In the principle of asset structure, to automatically convert geometry into USDC formats for mobile viewing, to ensure that all assets in a pipeline have the same number of polygons, to define the public facing API of an asset, including its main XFORM and variant sets, to serve as the GUI for the USD viewer. Hmm. You think C?
Yes.
Hint. Think about how a standard interface in software development allows different modules to communicate.
I
I
think
think
it
it's
would be.
gonna be D. I think it would be D. To ensure all assets in the pipeline have the same number of polygons and automatically convert geometry to serve as a GUI for the USD viewer. I think it would be D, bro.
Okay.
To define the public facing API of an asset. To find public facing API of an asset? Public facing API of an asset. Yeah, it's D. No.
I told you. Yes.
Fuck
See,
you, bro.
dude, it was so clear. You know why? Because XFORM is an API that was written in the OpenUSD PR that I created.
By
That's
your Claude code.
why I believe
By copying the one that was already created by NVIDIA.
whether or not my answers would have right.
Explain what is X form. Oh, sparring today was too heavy, bro. I might sleep early today.
I see.
In OpenUSD, XForm, short for transform, is a specific type of schema or prim used to apply 3D spatial transformations such as translation, moving, rotation, and scaling. When you apply a transformation to an XForm prim, that spatial change is automatically inherited by all child prims nested. Oh,
So XFORM is an that helps you to do all those transformations.
API.
And yeah, that's how application interface. That's how people
Hmm.
call it software engineering.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought.
No,
Oh,
no,
I
you know.
misinterpreted the thing completely.
I see. Mm.
Cool. Next question. Only six, seven more questions. Which of the following is the key feature of encapsulation as described in the USD course?
This you can answer right.
Every
This
prim
is
in the stage must be wrapped in payload arc. It prevents the use of inherit arc to maintain flat hierarchy. Internal prims and assets should ideally not be referenced directly by which forces or attributes to be stored on a root layer only. D. Oh no, C.
C internal frame. of an asset should ideally be not referenced directly by external stages. Oh.
Internal frames of an asset should really not be referenced directly by external stages.
Right, right. Encapsulation, right. Okay, 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 okay. I see.
No viewers again. We have zero viewers now.
Nice.
But 56 unique views.
Nice.
Okay. Hmm. Asset structure and data protection. An asset as a cohesive unit with a clearly defined public interface, usually its default root prem. When building scenes, external stages should only ever reference that top level interface. Internal prems of an asset should ideally not be referenced directly by external stages because those internal prems are considered private guts of an asset. Of the asset. The asset is on the loose.
Assets, I got bigger assets.
Your assets are not as big as my assets.
Who's the next, bro? Next.
I'm sorry, NVIDIA people, if anybody is watching. I did tag them.
I think India guys will be watching. Who the fuck is
Who
this?
the fuck are these motherfuckers trying to be all
Gang
techie?
ass.
What?
Gang ass.
Okay, which of the following key features that is done? So, okay, we cannot reference an asset directly by external stages, and that is because of the encapsulation in OpenUSD.
Yes.
What does the L in LIVERP's acronym specifically refer to when evaluating a prim? Batao bhai.
What is local?
What local option? It's not even an
Oh,
option, motherfucker.
well, I defined in the scene the layer stack of the scene, the layout, the location of the file of the. I think it was the layer stack of the current stage. Oh, wait, the layout. Okay, I think it would be my, that would be my assumption.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but that's what I would go with. Even if I lose $1 million today, what can we do? Life is all about taking
It
risks.
says local over here.
Yeah.
Local, the algorithm iterates through local opinions, local opinions are authored directly on layer or sub layer. Okay. The layer stack, current stage. Yeah, I think it's B, right? You said it's B?
Yeah, I said it's B.
That is right. $1 million.
AI.
A16Z, come on, $1 million for this answer.
Next. Within the model hierarchy, what is the main purpose of a group card? Huh. I think this is what I would say I don't know about. To define the render setting for a specific part of the scene to identify which frames are active, which are
To
inactive.
merge all submeshes into single geometry object.
I think I would say A maybe because it says it talks about the group, right? And then I think we can group render settings for a specific part of the scene. Uh, that's my reasoning for that. Or it could be to identify which frames are active and which are inactive, but I think we won't be grouping for that. And generic container doesn't make sense, and we won't be merging any sub meshes if we are using group.
Mm-hmm.
So D could be an answer, but I'm skeptical. So I would say let's go with A. But you can also try to go with B.
Think of it as a standard folder of the USD model world to defend under setting. I think it's C, bro.
It's gonna be C then. Oh
Yes.
my god.
It was straightforward, bro. Nothing crazy. The hint was too easy. Generic container that is neither component nor a full assembly. Groups help organize hierarchy without imposing the strict rules of associated with assemblies of or components. Which of these is a valid reason to use nested instancing to circumvent default prim requirement to create complex assets like forest, individual trees, instance and forest itself as an instance. To increase the parsing speed of ASCII, no, to allow each
I think B
leaf
would be.
prim. Yeah, B is probably the answer to allow each leaf prim to have a unique material without using over repetition on repetition. I think it's B.
D?
B, B, A, B, B.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be B. Right.
Correct. Let me nested instancing allow for massive scale by building instances out of other instances, further reducing memory usage. In USD, what is the role of relationship compared to an attribute? Relationships are for animation, the attributes are for static data. I think for inherit arcs, uh, relationships point to other prim properties while attribute store data values. Hmm.
What in okay? What is the role of relationship compared to an attribute? Relationships are for animations now. It's gotta be D. D or C, wait, relationship do store, but C could be with attribute store data values. I think C would be C. I would go with C, but D could also be an answer. But because it says that it points to the terms of property, and this is what I did read in my learn OpenUSD thing that I wrote by mistake.
You did not write it, bro. Stop taking credit for that shit.
Okay, right.
Again, I will show you this
You
webs.
to do compute and generate some text out. So what was happening was I would type three word and it would explode with like 200 or 300 keywords, right? So that was a trick. So I did use my brain this far.
Cool. I believe you. And you
Yeah.
totally did not remove the cloud code attribution from your settings. I believe you.
Yes, for sure. What is this cloud code attribution setting? This is all lie. There is no AI.
Surely. So in USD, what is the role of relationship compared to an attribute? So our relationships of our animation, no. Attributes are no, that is not correct. Relationships points to other prims or properties while attributes store data values. It does not point for to other prim or properties, right? Oh, it does. It does. Sorry. I think it should be C, right?
That's what I said, bitch. Because again, learn OpenUSD.
Think of one as data and other as link. Yeah, it's C. Why is asset parameterization important in production pipeline? It ensures only one person can edit an asset. No. It encrypts the asset data to protect it. No. It allows single asset definition to be reused in many different states via expose variants. Sets or attribution.
I think D, it automatically scales all assets you see in unit. No, 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 no.
Mm, I think it's C.
C was the
Yep,
yeah,
it's C.
it's D, yeah. The last one.
What is the
Boom.
primary function of active metadata on a prim? Deletion, no. Trigger the physics simulation for the specific object. Mm, indicate which prim is currently selected in the user interface to toggle whether a prim is then processed by the state. Okay. Okay, it's D. I think it's D.
Okay.
What about you?
What is primary function of active? I don't know, dude. Like you can trigger a simulation for an object or something.
It's D.
Together toggle whether a prime and its children are composed and processed by the state. Huh, I see. That was
Done.
a great session. I think
15 out of
we
26.
we did get 58% with no prep and some prep that I did with again. And so people who are gonna watch the stream definitely go to my GitHub Aditya Sugandhi slash learn open.
Your mic is so fucked. They're not even
And
gonna get the fucking. But I can drop it in the description of this stream.
please go, guys. Fork it, star it, and create more PRs.
What? Create more what?
PRs.
Okay,
PR.
and don't use Claude for attribution.
Yes, for sure.
I think this is a good point where we can end the today's
Okay, man.
stream.
All right, guys. It was great, and I think we will catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow with the new and the next
Later,
session.
Gator.
Alligator. Go
Till Gator,
Knowles.
who knows? Bye-bye.
Okay, it's ended. स्ट्रीम फिनिश्ड भाई आज बहुत 62 व्यूज आए हैं भाई आज